We back. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Ohio State Buckeyes live stream. By the way, guys, check out the new score bug thing I made. Kind of made some alterations to it. I'm going to try to use the team's helmets when possible. So hopefully that goes well. So if a team doesn't really have a helmet readily available I could just use their logo. Sometimes I might do that, like alternate. But man, we got ourselves a big one on deck today. As much as I wish this game was a night game, I'm not even mad that it's at noon. Because I don't know if I would have been able to handle waiting all freaking day for this game. Get it done and over with, and then I can sit back and watch the rest of these games without stressing out. But I'm still going to stress out, though, because that's how I am. Yeah, the Guardians actually won last night. How about that, huh? Yeah, down 4-0 after the first inning. They clawed back in the final 3 or so innings, or 4 innings. They scored 1 run in the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, and then 2 in the 9th to win it. Nolan Jones actually homered again, too. So Nolan Jones is just going to turn into Barry Bonds in the final month of the season. Wish he would have been doing that, the previous 130 some games, but it is what it is. All right, so we got the picks coming up here. Des and Nick pick Texas. Who does McAfee pick? Oh, of course, Pat picks Ohio State. Love it. He's such a troll, but we love it. Ah, and Kirk picks Ohio State, so they're split. That means Lee Corso making his final ever pick will be the tiebreaker. His first ever pick in 1996, I believe it was Ohio State. What's it going to be here? So the Ohio State marching band doing their entrance. Is this they're going to be in the north end zone? They're not going to be in their usual spot, I think. Because I've noticed the other spot next to where they walk out is empty. Yep, that's where they're going to be. All right, so they really they're going to be in the north end zone this year. Best of luck to you, Crazy Dog. You're going to need it. What's up, Texas Terry? See how many other Texas fans pop in for this stream. I saw we were losing in the first inning. Yeah, with Logan Allen. I thought we were cooked. I'm going to the Browns home opener against the Bengals. I actually need y'all to win that game. Hopefully we do win. Okay, so the Panthers brought back Hunter Renfrow. It's not too bad. Surprised he didn't feel slighted that he got cut. It's the NFL. All right, so while they're doing the national anthem, let's go through all the hullabaloo on ESPN here. Because I know a lot of people like to bet on games. I know a few people. So ESPN Bet Sportsbook has Ohio State as 1.5-point favorites. The over under 45.5. It actually went down from yesterday when I talked about it in my video. And then the money line is plus 105 for Texas, minus 125 for Ohio State. All right, so yeah, very good crowd, obviously. And this is the flyover. I've noticed they got a defend the shoe kind of the slogan all over the place over there. I know Ross Bjork's been talking about making changes. Oh, look at that. There's the championship banner, I guess. They're going to unveil the addition to the championship area on the stadium. I don't even know what you even call that area. I guess I guess because I see like the banner. Yeah. So now they're showing love to Texas, of course, like they always do. The band always does the fight song of the opposing team, even that team as well. All right. So, of course, there's no stats to talk about. Of course, in the Big Ten, teams already played. Illinois, Sparty, Minnesota, Nebraska, Rutgers, and Wisconsin are all 1-0. So almost half the Big Ten has already played. And in the SEC, only Auburn and Missouri played last night. They're also 1-0. Let's see what other games are going on today while we wait. Whoever is a guaranteed loss for the Browns and Amari Cooper and Kenny Pickett revenge game. I don't know about that. Kenny Pickett probably won't even play. Penso. It'll be Geno Smith most likely, unless he gets hurt. So the other major noon games, let's do across the whole entire FBS. Syracuse, Tennessee, number 24 ranked Tennessee hosting Syracuse in Atlanta. That's an interesting one. Tennessee favored by 13.5. Mississippi State actually favored. Wow, who would have thought? Against Southern Miss, Maryland and Florida Atlantic, Ball State, Purdue. Who's actually favored? When's the last time Purdue was favored in a game? It's been a long time. They don't win much over there. Northwestern and Tulane. Tulane's favored by 4.5 at home at Ullman. Duquesne and Pittsburgh. Yeah, got a battle of Pittsburgh here because Duquesne is technically a stone's throw from the University of Pitt. How about that? How about VMI versus Navy? He lost to freaking Tarleton State last night. That's tough. Merrimack and Kent State, Toledo, Kentucky, Fordham, Boston College, Robert Morris and West Virginia, Central Connecticut and Yukon, Old Dominion, Indiana, Eastern Kentucky, Louisville. These are the 3 o'clock games now. Like the middle day slate. Nevada, Penn State, 43.5. Yeah, Penn State's gonna throttle them. Marshall and Georgia. Okay. Well, don't want to lock myself out of my phone here. All right, so they're doing the headgear now. Who does Lee Corso pick? Buckeyes. Yeah. Wow. You're gonna be seeing like edits and graphics of that all over. His first and his last pick, both Ohio State. Let's send him out with a W. A W. Now the game I'm really excited for in the 3 o'clock slate, 3:30 slate, Alabama and Florida State. Thomas Castellanos making his debut with Florida State. Alabama, they brought back a hell of a squad. Year 2 of DeBoer. We'll see what happens. South Dakota and Iowa State, Bucknell Air Force. There is like a billion games going on. 4 o'clock, Montana State versus Oregon. Let's make the switch over to Fox so we can hear Gus Johnson and company glaze the hell out of freaking Texas for 3 hours. Now there's Urban. Oh, they were wondering who Corso picked. If there's someone wondering why Portnoy isn't in the stadium, why do you think? I think the entire Big Ten said you're not going to be in any stadiums this year, buddy. No matter where they go, whether it's Purdue, if they go to Northwestern, Indiana, doesn't matter. Portnoy is not going to be in the stadium. The entire Big Ten. That's tough. They tried to counter Pat McAfee with Dan Portnoy. Dummy. You're wasting your time arguing with this bozo. Oh, wow, it's Duck's house. Wow. I haven't seen you in, what is it now, 7 months? Is your butt still red from that whooping we gave Oregon? Hmm? Hmm? Just curious. Kind of funny how we kicked Oregon's ass and then this dude disappeared. Running his mouth all season and then, oh, we beat you, in Oregon, huh? But yeah, what happened in Rose Bowl, huh? Bigger game, right? Neutral site. Yeah, put BTA on him, huh? They couldn't stop Jeremiah. All right, got my first spam troll of the year. I just hide them. I don't even ban them. I just straight up hide them. That reminds me, I'm going to put subscriber only mode to avoid that stuff. Subs only mode. You know what? I'll put slow mode on. Do 60 seconds. Yeah. How long do you want to wait between participants between sending messages? 60 seconds. Slow mode to stop the spam, and subscriber only mode to make it to where if you want to troll, at least you got to subscribe. That's how I'm going to do it from now on. So continuing with the slate of games, Chattanooga, Memphis, Arkansas, Alabama, A&M, Liberty and Maine, UAlbany, okay, versus Iowa, who cares? Virginia, Coastal Carolina, Weber State, James Madison, Florida and Long Island, that's at 7 o'clock. Wow. North Dakota and Kansas State, Texas San Antonio and Texas A&M on ESPN. Wow, how about that? That game's on ESPN. Charleston Southern versus Vandy. Austin Peay in Middle Tennessee. North Alabama and Western Kentucky. Wow. Okay. Southeast Missouri State versus Arkansas State. Morgan State, South Alabama. There's a lot of smaller games too. Yeah, 7:30. You got LSU, Clemson, Death Valley. Who gets the real Death Valley? Last night, we essentially saw Georgia Tech take claim over the 1990 national championship by beating Colorado. So who's going to get the real Death Valley? Right? New Mexico team up north. Okay, Pine Bluff and Texas Tech. Yeah, okay. Missouri State, US, bruh. Southeast Louisiana, Louisiana Tech, UTEP, Utah State, Georgia State, Ole Miss, bruh, come on. Portland State, BYU. Rice, Louisiana. It's not even called Louisiana Lafayette anymore. It's just Louisiana. I never realized that. Wow. I just thought it was people just calling them Louisiana for short, but it's literally just called Louisiana now. Wow. Eastern Mich and Texas State. Lamar versus North Texas. Okay. Abilene Christian, Tulsa. Oh, there's man. Northern Arizona, Arizona State, Hawaii, Arizona. The final games of the night. Hawaii, Arizona at 10:30 on TNT. You don't see that too often. Utah UCLA. Nico's first start with UCLA against Devin Dampier and the Utah Utes at the Rose Bowl, and then Colorado State and Washington. Should be a banger tonight. Let's get it. Let's see if Cal and Oregon State too, but who cares about that? Who cares? Fresno, Georgia Southern, Bryant versus New Mexico State, East Texas A&M. Come up with these universities, bro. Like, damn. SMU. This is like all FBS. So wow. Does that mean North Alabama is officially FBS now? Really? Look that up. Curious now. I always remember them. I think they were like FCS for a while. Wonder what conference they're in. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so they are still FCS, but what? Oh, because they're playing Western Kentucky. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I thought I was going to say they're not FBS. But yeah, Western Kentucky. Oh, it makes sense. Am I going to watch Clash of Paris tomorrow night? Probably. Yeah. Most likely I'll be checking in on that. What was it? Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam at the Ohio State Texas game. Kind of surprised Jimmy's not in Atlanta watching Tennessee, but I get it. You know. Okay, what else do we got? Wow. Okay. First quick calls of the season. Hell yeah. Oh, they spelled out Corso. That's cool. The band. All right. So who wins today? Let's see. Brady, Mark, Matt, and Jordan, and Urban. Well, Urban's gonna pick Ohio State, of course. Actually, they're gonna split it. Matt Leinart picks the freaking Longhorns. He picked the team that beat him in the freaking national championship all those years ago. Wow. It's the Horns. What's Brady got? I told you they're gonna split. Wow. So yeah, they split it. Matt and Mark pick Texas. Urban and Brady pick Ohio State. You know, I always low key liked Brady Quinn. He actually knows ball, low key. Fox just had to bring in that stooge freaking Portnoy. They just had to bring in the stooge, didn't they? Oh, what happened? Oh, my microphone has no signal. Hang on, guys. I gotta reset my microphone. All right. We ready? We good now? I think so. As the Buckeyes come out of the tunnel, Rocking these jerseys, of course, the usual scarlet and gray combo. Wow. It's good to see the Buckeyes back on TV again. I don't like Tony Mansolino. I wish he got fired. And here's Texas coming out of the tunnel. All white unis. Is a Texas band there? I think they are. Wow. The heck? Brutus rolling in on a freaking, was that a Porsche? Yeah, that's nice looking though. Holy crap. All right, let's get it. Yeah, the band is now going to the north end zone this year. All right. It's time to leave the talk in the off season. It's time to put boot to leather. Freaking Gus Johnson. A lot of people thought this game should have been a night game. Heck, Ohio State tried to get it to where I guess they would play this game tomorrow night. But Texas is like, no, 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 no. No, we're doing it today. We're doing it Saturday at noon. Screw y'all. Because they know exactly what would happen if they played on Sunday at noon, at night. The horseshoe at night is a scary, scary place for opposing teams. Just ask Tennessee. Okay. You think the Guardians will win tonight? I hope so. I'll be keeping an eye on them, but for the most part, I'll be watching football. Rich Manning playing in an extremely hostile environment. What's up? Scott says C9. Cool. What the heck? Where'd that come from? Go Gophers. All right, I think we got a good shot tonight with Gavin on the mound. Oh yeah, I'm so ready. Let's get it. By the way, guys, let me know what you think of the score bug above. I might make some alterations to it, like maybe make like the center part where it says quarter 1, make that a little bit smaller. Maybe I'll make like the color parts a little bit longer. I don't know. Going to watch the Guardians at my uncle's house tonight. Sick. So there's Ryan Day, ready for another season. 16-1 versus non-conference opponents in regular season. The lone loss was to 2020 was to Oregon in 2021 at home, of course. That man, beautiful day, 70 degrees, 44% humidity, wind 6 miles per hour. Winds suck. Yeah. Guardians aren't any better. First ever season opening matchup between 1 and 2 in any poll. I have Ohio State at 3 because that's where ESPN has them. So, yeah, technically they're like 2 or 3. Yeah, Ohio State's number 2 in the coaches poll. Texas will start off with the ball. All right. I believe this is Jaden Fielding back to kick it away. CJ Baxter back to receive for the Longhorns. Everyone, all the fans got their shoes in the air. And kick us away, and we're away with another Buckeye football season. And the Horns will take it out of the end zone. Breaks a couple tackles, taken down at the 29. And here comes Arch Manning. Third career start. Of course, if you listen to the pundits, they treat him like he's the second coming of Jesus, because he's a Manning. That's the main reason he's a Manning. See how Ohio State and this is Matt Patricia's first game as defensive coordinator. Okay, let's get it. Let's make it unbearable for this freaking scrubby dude. Make it unbearable for this kid, man. Make it to where he can't even hear himself think. The thing about it is, if you watch this game, it's like, you're like, it's not that loud. Yeah, because Fox kind of tones down the crowd noise. Oh, they're having communication issues already? Oh. Less than 10 for Arch at their own 25. Oh. Arch gonna run it. And he underthrows his man. Trying to go to Moore Jr. You see Kenyatta Jackson up front, but here's the offense for the Horns. Gooseby, Stroh, Hudson, Campbell, and Baker up front. Wisner, Moore Jr., Livingstone, Wingo, and Endries. Backs and receivers. Hands it off, gets to the 31. For the Buckeye defense, Jackson, McDonald, Houston, and Curry. Styles and Reese at linebacker. And then Matthews Jr., Downs, Styles Jr., McLean, and Igbinosun. That's Lorenzo Styles, by the way. Sonny is a linebacker. Back to pass. Pressure. Hit immediately, but he's short. Fourth and about an inch. And let's see where the people are going to go for it. Yeah, they're going to go for it here. Got it. Guys thought they got him at first, but little second push got him through. Yeah, a little extra push. First and 10 at the 35. The first down near the 50. Yeah, guys, we got to stop the run. This dude's jersey already falling apart. His nameplate's like his nameplate's almost falling off. Damn, Baxter. Wow. They didn't stitch his jersey good enough. First and 10. Arch in the gun. Empty backfield. Flag. There's Igbinosun. Full start on the offense. Back him up. Let's see. Must have been Wingo. Right there, he just kind of... No? I'm going to Wingo. This is a tough matchup. Yeah, but I love it. It's 15. There's Sonny Styles rocking the block O this year. Under center for Manning. Hands it off to Baxter. Gets about 2. Edric Houston. And there's Caden McDonald. Good boys. Hey, look, it's freaking Matt Patricia on the sideline. Matt Patricia is on the sideline. Jim Knowles was always up in the booth. Matt Patricia hanging out on the sideline with the guys. Interesting to see that. 2nd and 13. Gets to the 50. It's about a 3rd and 7 or so. See what they give him. Oh, I was 1 yard off. It was 3rd and 8. Baxter just with his jersey name tag hanging off on the backside. All right, 3rd down here. This is actually loud as hell, though. Not gonna lie. Pressure coming, and he's gonna throw. He'll be short. Be about 2 yards short. Get down. Yeah, right there. Jermaine Matthews. He's the number 2 corner, and they're going to keep the offense out there again. Wow. Ballsy move by Sarkisian here. If we stop him, that'd be huge here. 4th and 2. Stuffed him. Let's go. Hey, Sark, how about you take the points, bozo? Guys, take over. I don't know why Sark's drunk ass doesn't take the points. What are you talking about, drunk ass? I mean, haven't you heard? There was one time he literally got pulled over and yanked for a DUI, brother. Is he good, brother? They might need to do a BAC check on him. Police him immediately. No, I'm just strolling around. You gotta be freaking inebriated to make that kind of call. In this kind of game, you take the points. But, I'm fine with it, though. Go for it. Get stuffed. Let's go down and get some points on our end and take the lead and really stick it to these losers, brother. That place is actually loud as hell. Oh, yeah, the shoe's not loud. There it is. I bet you they even got the old people freaking screaming and yelling. Oh, man. This will be our first look at Julian Sayin making his first ever start. I think he's played like cleanup duty in a couple games, but it wasn't much. I don't know if I could look up if he's like had any stats career wise or not. Tennessee up 3-0 on Syracuse. Again, they got a new quarterback over there in Tennessee, Joey Aguilar. They essentially traded quarterbacks with UCLA, I believe, or was it UCLA? Or was it App State? But they got Joey Aguilar there now. Because Nika want to go play for UCLA. All right, let's see here. Oh, I can't. Okay, well. Sawyer, JT, Tuimoloau, Donovan Jackson, Cody Simon. Oh yeah, they're all there to watch the banner thing go up or get unveiled. So here's Julian Sayin making his first start. A lot of new faces on the offense. They still got Jeremiah. They still got Carnell and Brennan Innes. All right, here we go. Shotgun for Sayin. Hands it off. And it's a gain of about 2 or so. That's James Peoples. Surveld, Montgomery, Hinsman, Shabola, and Daniels starting up front. Play caller Brian Hartline, of course. Peoples, Tate, Innes, Smith, and Claire as the backs and receivers. Max Claire, transfer from Purdue. See how active we get him going today. 2nd and 8. Another handoff. Get a gain of about 7. You think Alabama's going to destroy Florida State? Burke, Watson, Brevard, and Simmons up front. And then Hill and Lafau at linebacker. Gilbo, Taff, Littleton, McDonald. Okay. Might be Muhammad out there in the secondary as well. 3rd and 1. Gone for Sayin. Stuffed. Interesting strategy to just run up the middle, but okay. 4th down and 1. Is Ryan Day going to be as ballsy here? Or I suppose he didn't try to bounce it out, outside, but I'm going to go for it now. Both teams got a pair of balls today, huh? Wow. 8:44 to go. 20 4th down conversions, most in the Big Ten last season. Under center this time. Back to pass. Caught. I thought he caught that. That's Claire. Oh, he couldn't hold on. Of course he couldn't hold on. He caught that. Wow. So neither team gets anything really on their first drives. I could have sworn he caught that. Oh, yeah, through the hands. Oh, man. Okay, Max. All right. Interesting time to throw it. I mean, that's cool. Buckeye fans will react to that accordingly, I'm sure. Then we go for it on 4th down. Well, that was Arvell Reese who got the stop on that 4th down before. So both teams get stepped on their first drive. Of course, they got their almighty fly swatter to kill any of these stupid insects. Gotcha. Ah, hell yeah. All right, be right back, guys. All right. First fly of the day. Smacked. You know. Oh, another one? Oh, look at this one. This one's oh, I flew away. Damn it! There's no way I'm going to be able to get two of them within a few minutes. But this is one thing I love to do. I love to take my anger out on these pest insects. Something angers me, I reserve it for when I see a fly, and of course, I smack the crap out of it every time. All right, so yeah, both teams went for it on fourth down in their first drive, and neither team, well, they went for it twice. They're 1 for 2 now. Buckeyes 0 for 1. Having those scouts at OSU Texas wouldn't be a big deal at all. But Andrew Berry and Haslam being on the sideline is just hysterical. Let's see, what was Jeremiah? Oh yeah, Jeremiah against Kobe Black. He was hoping too, but Sand didn't see him. And when you're in that situation, you look at number 4 first, and then you look at everywhere else. 1st and 10. Here's another run. Gets about 3. Man, Max got to catch that ball, bruh. Beautifully placed ball, too. 2nd and 6. Stuffed at the line. There's Sonny Styles. 3rd down. All right, here's the 3rd and 6 for Arch. Shotgun. Triple receivers on the bottom. He moved. False start on the right tackle again. That's he's probably moved. I think their tackles have been moving a lot lately. Baker just, yeah, he true sophomore. Wow. 3rd and 11. I'll get a turnover here. Shotgun from Manning. Yeah, he's not going to get much there. He's going to get a few yards, but nothing else. 4th down. Let's see if Sark's ballsy enough again. They go for it. Nope, they're going to go for the field goal this time. They learned their lesson. Watch us block it. Oh man, don't tease me with that. Oh, they're gonna punt it. Okay, yeah, they're gonna punt it. Are they scouting Manning because they might draft? I don't know. They're probably scouting a lot of players, especially on Ohio State's side. I'd be watching maybe alignment or just a couple. I think. All right, so here comes Julian Sand with another chance. Buckeyes went 3-and-out, and then got shoved or missed a pass on 4th down. I catch the damn ball and go back to Purdue. Damn. Gotta catch that, Max. Come on now. Ohio State tried to run it up the middle 3 straight times against a very good D line. PTSD. All right. By the way, Devin Sanchez got his first snaps just a little bit ago. So he's not going to play. Or play on the field every once in a while. You're not going to be able to keep him off the field. He's so good. People are saying he might be the Jeremiah Smith of the defense if Flacco doesn't play the whole season. Of course, the Purdue player sucks at football. Depends on if the if Dillon or Shador don't look good, then I can imagine them looking at quarterback again. But honestly, if you're Andrew and Jimmy, you want, and even Kevin, you want Dillon and or Shador to be really good this year when they get their chance. Because they will. Because that'll make it to where you don't have to look for a quarterback. You could get them weapons. You can get them weapons. Ooh. So Ohio State will take over here. And let's see what Brian Hartline and company draw up for this drive. It's good to have Buckeye football back. And if anyone's curious, am I going to be live for tomorrow for next week's game against Grambling? You damn right I am. I'm going to be live for probably every game. The only other times I wouldn't have been live would have been the Guardians, but as we see, the Guardians are low-key booty juice. So that's cool. Not even mad. Not even mad. Heck, maybe we win the draft lottery again. Imagine if we did. All right, so second drive for Julian Sayin. 6:34 to go in the first. Yeah, he did not see Jeremiah Smith on that first drive. He only had Kobe Black against him. Wonder if they try to get him involved here. Yeah, that's true, Fox. That's true. 1st and 10. Another run for a yard. Okay, Brian, you're a receiver coach, bro. You should be trying to feature your receivers. Oh, yeah. He's talking about Barry and I was like, what the heck is Schefter talking about? 2nd and 9. But yeah, Andrew Barry and Jimmy Haslam were at the game today. At this game, so. All right, 2nd and 9. Saying screen pass to Jeremiah. He'll get about, I'll say, 7, 6, 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 3. Why are we going super conservative? Running the ball up the middle, dump off passes? Did they watch Pat Shermer and think, yes, let's do that? Pat Shermer last night. Oh my God, that game plan was ass. Now they're going to spread it out. 3. Spreading that defense out. Damn. Back to pass. All right. It's down. It's Max Clare, so it's redemption. The redemption catch for Max Clare. First and 10. The action. Caught. Oh, I dropped it. Well, just, get your drops out of the way now. Yeah, I think Jeremiah was looking to go run ahead before he caught the ball. Yeah, he hadn't even caught it, and he was already starting to move upfield. So secure the catch and then go upfield. Jeremiah dropped the pass. 2nd and 10. And Peoples gets blown up. Yeah, it's pretty clear Peoples is not Travion or Q. And it's crazy. The Buckeyes could have had a stud running back out of the portal, but they cheap. All right, 3rd and 11. They got C.J. Donaldson at running back, it looks like now. The transfer from West Virginia, former tight end. Innes moves up, back to pass, dumps it off, dropped. Can these guys freaking catch the damn ball? My God. Drop. Catch the damn ball. Interesting choice not blocking the blitzer. Come on, guys, catch the damn ball. They see Jimmy and freaking Andrew Berry over on the sideline, like, oh, they catch a case of the Brown syndrome. Playing like ass. Yeah, that's going to take a Buckeye bounce. Keep going, and right around the 25. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a slow start for us, I think. Oh my God, what the heck? This LSU fan has a freaking sign of Dabo Swinney, his face, right? Cut out of his face. And they got a corn dog. An LSU corn dog. Okay. Why do they call LSU the corn dogs? Okay, I think Katy Perry was a guest picker on College Game Day one time, and she said it smelled like corn dogs. I guess it stuck. Yeah, it's stuck, so yeah. Let me check my fantasy team on baseball, ESPN. I got two fantasy drafts tonight in the NFL. Make sure I got my pitching matchup set. Oh, got to get Merrill Kelly in there. There we go. Okay, we're set. Perfect. Then I got Helsley and Miller too, in case they play today. Okay. Juan Jennings has offered the Niners $20 million to pay him. Should they pay him? Trade him? He offered that. What? I don't know what you're trying to say. He offered them. Offered the Niners $20 million to pay him. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan, so I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. I'm trying to focus on this game, by the way. Jeremiah dropping passes. Wow. So Texas takes over. There's a look at the area around the shoe. All aboard the hype train. Oh my God. Biggest week one game of all time. Jeremiah and Caleb Downs. Yeah. Arch, of course. Preseason Heisman favorite. All because of his last name. Less than 10 for Arch Manning. Pressure coming around. Oh, he gets ran into. Oh, overthrows his man. Dangerous throw. Oh, lineman got kind of pushed into Arch. Record since 2023. Texas 25-5. Ohio State 25-4. Tied for most wins in FBS with Oregon. Those injuries coming off the field. 2nd and 10. Should have come from Manning. And he'll get about 2. 3rd and 8. Atkinson, transfer from North Carolina. You see Will Smith Jr., the son of Buckeye legend Will Smith. 3rd and 8. Shotgun for Manning. Got 4 guys up front. Is that Atkinson in the middle? Yeah, looks like it. Back to pass. Pressure. He's gonna get sacked. That's Arvell Reese from Cleveland Glenville with the tackle, or maybe a sack. I don't know if they're gonna give him the sack. Oh, Atkinson getting in there. Man, guys are getting after it today. I love it. There's Patricia, like, yeah. It's so weird seeing our D coordinator on the freaking sideline, not in the booth. I see he's got that beard thing going too. Last time I saw him, he didn't have that beard thing going. And the punt's away. And a fair catch just inside the 20 by Jeremiah. All right, so it's been like I said, it'd be a chess match, and that's exactly what it's been so far. Called Arvell Reese Jeremiah Smith on the broadcast earlier. Oh, we got a spammer. See, that's the best thing about having the. There you go. Good job, GameCube. There you go. Swat these trolls and spammers like I swat flies. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. Hands it off again. Okay, Brian, how about we don't get predictable here? You can. You get the wrench. Oh, changed out his gloves. Huh. Yeah, Jeremiah's like, bro, these gloves are ass. I'm changing these things. Another one. There you go. Look at that. Fox is on it today, man. I love it. GameCube, I meant. Yeah. 2nd and 7. Man in motion. Wide open in the middle. There's Jeremiah. 1st down. I was waiting for him to break those tackles and just take off. That's how freaking elite he is. You never know with him. He'll break a tackle and it's like he's gone. There you go. Changed out those gloves and I was waiting for him to somehow break those tackles because that's just what he'd do. Get him in space and just watch the fireworks. So CJ Donaldson in the backfield was saying 1st and 10. Hands it off again, and he'll get about 3 or 4. These small chunks, that's good. Micah Parsons choosing number 1. Matthew Golden switching to number 0. I like that for Golden. The Brian Hartline up top so we can see everything. 2nd and 5. Claire motions to the right. And we got whistles. Timeout. First quarter is over. Damn, that was quick. Okay. First quarter is over and we're scoreless. This is exactly what we were expecting, right? A chess match. Just remember, though, when it comes to the Browns, they have 2 first-round picks. It's not a guarantee that they'll be looking at Arch, because it's not even a guarantee that Arch will come out this year. They're looking at everybody else. Receivers. Do the Horns have any really good receivers coming out this year? Possibly, like DeAndre Moore. Is that Moore? No, Ringo is only a sophomore. He ain't coming out for a while. But Ohio State, let's see how many juniors and seniors they have. Obviously, Caleb Downs, right? Obviously, they're watching him and Carnell and Ennis. Those guys on offense. Maybe some old linemen, like Carson, because they love Ohio State linemen. Maybe Max. No, I don't know if they'd go Max. He's a redshirt junior, so he could come out after this year. What else? Defensively, you have Kenyatta if they want to go pass rusher. I mean, there's so many guys on both sides. They're just there to enjoy a good game. I don't know. It's most likely for Arch. Yeah, that's the main reason. It's funny because again, Jimmy Haslam's a Tennessee booster. For him to pass up going to watch the Vols in Atlanta, it's big. Now there's the first look at the Big Ten commercial for this year. I don't think they really changed anything. Northwestern, of course, getting their new stadium, I think, next year. Ohio State, of course, Penn State, Maryland, Rutgers, all across the country. That's crazy. Boomers don't like that very much. Boomers remember when the Big Ten was just essentially the Midwest and Rutgers. Now you're lucky. It's like it's cross country. The best part is we get Big Ten after dark. UCLA, Washington, USC, all playing it when they're at home. They play at night. Get Big Ten from 12 noon to damn near midnight. Downs didn't have a top 5 defense for a while. I would draft Downs just to put him with Delpit. Oh, tease me with a good time. Yeah, Fox, it's been a while. I don't usually get bots or spammers unless it's like something like this. Big game. Is this in Ohio State? Number 1 versus number 3. JT, 2024 champ, of course, Trevion, Will Howard. Hell yeah. All right, starting the second quarter. People's in there with saying shotgun. Smith motions to the left, goes up top. There's an handoff. People's big run, first down. I don't think we're going to see any of like Bo Jackson, the freshman, back. Maybe like every once in a while. 26 drafted players combined from Texas and Ohio State. Ohio State has 14, Texas has 12 from last year's semifinal squads. First and 10. the 50. Snap. Back to pass. Claire. Can't. That's not Claire. That's Will. No, it's been a Christian. Damn. Wait, wow, Bennett Christian. I haven't seen him at all. I think he was booted from the team for a year for something. So it's 2nd and 4. I don't know if we're going to see a deep shot. What, the whole entire offensive line are dudes from Ohio? Who is that? 2nd and 4. Innocent motion. Play action. Throws. Batted away. Guy's looking for a flag. 3rd and 4. They got Smith on like a slant. Number 4 on a. He almost got there a little too early. He was there a little early there. But refs are not gonna. It's an SEC officiating crew, by the way. All right, 3rd and 4. We're 1 for 3 on 3rd down. They're 0 for 4 so far. See if we can get a first down here and keep this drive going. Back to pass. Throws. And he dropped it again. That's Innes going back shoulder. Another incomplete. What? And there's a flag down. It's mask on the defense. That'll be a free first down. Took his helmet off. Took Philip Daniels' helmet off. Sam's like, let's go. Wow. Buckeyes at the 29 now. First and 10. Hands it off. And it's for a yard. Dude had to go on a whole journey to get that yard, but he got it. So it's positive yardage. That is Donaldson again. Just feels weird not seeing Trey and Q out there with them, you know? Some Buckeye fans are trying to say, oh, can Quinshawn come back because he hasn't signed yet? No, I don't think he can. Second and 9. Back to pass. He's going to run. Throws out of bounds. Flag. Holding on the defense. The ref's like, oh, nope, this side, this side. He almost wanted to say on the offense, but it was on the defense. So he corrected himself. That's on number 4 again. That's McDonald. But actually, that's not right there. It wasn't number 4. It was on number 5. Oh, it was holding all over Jeremiah. No. Muhammad. That was Malik Muhammad. And the Buckeyes are in prime territory here. Molson still in the running back. The 19-yard line. Ennis motions, and now we got another whistle. Now what? Hey, man. Okay, 28. Not the 29. Got to move the ball up. Making more boneheaded penalties than the Browns. Yeah, for now. Got to take advantage of this, though. It won't matter if we don't take advantage. First and 10, 28. Shotgun again for saying. Watch out for fade to Jeremiah here. Hate motions up top. Comes back inside. Hands it off. And he will rumble for about, ooh, damn, about 7. Fell forward for another yard or 2. And one thing, this dude's a hard-ass runner. Former West Virginia Mountaineer. He's a hard-ass runner. My God. 2nd and 3. Thought he was only going to get like 5. No, he fell forward for another 2. Only Power 4 player with 11 plus touchdowns in each of the last 2 seasons. C.J. Donaldson. Of all people. Only Power 4 player. Sheesh. Smith motions. Bounces it out. Gets the first down. Near the 5. They don't call him C4 for nothing. Damn. We'll say it is so weird seeing that end zone with no band in it. The band's on the other side, by where they would come into the stadium. All right, just shy of the 5. 9 plays, 74-yard, almost 6-minute drive. 11:10 to go in the half. Peoples back in. Handoff. Peoples gets to the 3 or so. It's 2nd and goal. I'm waiting for a fade route to Jeremiah or something. Running the ball like they got prime Nick Chubb or something. Well, I mean, they want to ease the guy in. They don't want to be letting saying rip it. Ease it in there, you know? I mean, rely on the run game. Wear down his defense. Inside the 4, about the 4 or 3 yard line here. Shotgun for saying. And he'll rumble forward to about the 2. God, Donaldson? I mean, he was a former tight end. But how about we like run around the edge or something? Damn. Is Brian Hartline using Ask Madden or something? More effective a keeper would be, like a fake handoff, a keeper, and then he does something with it. So they're right at the 2 yard line here. If they don't punch it in there, that'd be a massive failure. Shotgun. Now another whistle. Nope. Okay, well, you know, call timeout. 2 remaining. Ah. Just game plan to cover Jeremiah, jump on his back and grab him like never before. Yeah. Ah. Really good drive so far, though. I think next week against Scrambling, they're really gonna let it loose. Pat Mahomes. You know, it's funny because I saw a video on the sideline of the Nebraska Cincy game, right? And it's honestly funny because Mahomes, of course, was there, and he was on the sideline, and he saw Dylan Raiola come onto the field, and the look was just like, "Is this dude serious? He's really trying to be like me." It's one thing to like look up to him as an idol, like, oh, I was a big fan of his, as growing up and getting into football and stuff. But the dude's literally got like his persona looking like that's his persona. Timu freaking Mahomes. He's really leaning into it too. Like he thinks he's Mahomes, doing the hand gestures and everything. All right, 3rd and goal. See if the Buckeyes can punch it in here. 41 to go. Nah, he's probably going to be like a second, 3rd round pick right now. He's still going to get better. All right, let's see if Ohio State can punch it in here. Bennett Christian in there. Pistol formation, kind of. Shotgun. Snap. Stuffed. Guys, stop. God. All freaking these guys can do is run up the middle. Damn, run the edges or something. God. Man, Heartline just up the middle, up the middle, up the middle, up the middle. Fullback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive. Ryan, they're going to go for it again here. Under center this time. Touchdown. There you go. C.J. Donaldson. Ironically, C4. Sneaks through the wall of Longhorn defenders for the touchdown. First touchdown of the year goes to C4 Donaldson. Someone needs to tell Brian Harlan you can do more than just run up the middle. Looking like last year. Pick is and good. 7-0 Buckeyes. Comes the charm, I guess. Like grown man football. Oh yeah, C.J. Donaldson, the transfer from West Virginia. Hey, Crazy Dog, since you live in West Virginia, did they talk about CJ a lot? I don't really pay attention to West Virginia stuff out here. I mean, I listen to the radio when I wake up, and on Saturdays they'd have like a little pregame show, but I never really heard anything about it. I don't really pay attention to the West Virginia stuff out here. Like, I mean, some people like follow it down here, but it's mostly in Morgantown. That's where it's mainly at. Well, like if you go to Huntington, that area, that's Marshall. Yeah. Oh. Huh? 4th and goal with freshman Nate Rob. Oh, that was Nate Roberts in there, fullback. I thought that was Bennett Christian. I thought 85 was Bennett. It's going to take a while for me to get used to some of these new names because we haven't seen Noah or Bennett at all. Because Bennett, I think, was suspended last year or whatever. Need the defense to once again enforce their will. Get us the ball back and do it again. Drinking game. Oh, transfer portal on Twitter. It's like drinking game. Drink every time I'm mentioned. The whole entire freaking country gonna be freaking sloshed out of their mind. Are any Steeler? Yeah, there's a good amount of Steeler fans out here, but again, they're all up north, I think. Now, I'm literally like an hour and a half or so from the Ohio border, so I mean, there's not really much out here in terms of sports fans. Every once in a while you'll run into a sports fan, but yeah, people out here are just doing their own thing. All right, so great way to start. Mainly relying on the run game, which is a good recipe with a quarterback making his first start. Want to put a lot on his plate, which I understand. I mean, people are like, oh, throw the ball. Yeah, but you don't really want to put a whole lot on the kid's plate. It'd be different if it was Will Howard or a veteran back there. Coming up next, South Dakota and Iowa State. Utah UCLA at 11 p.m. tonight. Oh joy. Devin Dampier against Nico Iamaleava. I know it's Iamaleava, but it just looks like Iamaleava. She did. He left Tennessee. Ah, boom, boom. All right. 1st and 10 for Arch. Let's get this crowd going, man. Man in motion. They're going to run it. And he'll get about 7. The keeper for Arch. He can run. Yeah, how about that? Arch Manning going against a guy like Matt Patricia, who's coached, obviously, in the NFL, defensive coordinator for Bill Belichick. 2nd and 1. And they'll get the first down. Wow. 1st and 10. Both teams relying heavily on the run. 10 to go. There's Simmons on the sideline. Want to see us get a turnover here. Pass. Holding like crazy, and he dropped it. Incomplete. Trying to go to Moore again. Low key, these dudes might be holding like crazy. Thing about Larry Johnson is he's lost his touch in recruiting, but when it comes to developing, he's pretty good. Not saying we have to have a whole entire D-line group of like all 5 stars, but like at least 1 or 2 would be great. A crown jewel of the class would be awesome. Here's a dump off pass. Gets met instantly. Gets a few yards. 3rd down. That's Wingo. Second, it's 33. Shotgun for Manning. Reese is coming after him. Got hit by Styles, and let's see, where's he at? He'll be right around the marker. Could be a first down, barely though. That's Lorenzo Styles with the hit. Brother of Sonny. Took out a coach, too. First and 10. Throws it deep to nobody. Double covered. Threw it off the side. McClain on the coverage. And Matthews. That's Matthews is kind of set in front of him. And undercut the route. Trying to like swoop in as a receiver, kind of. Second and 10. Who was that flying in? That Downs. Downs came gap and slowed down the running back until reinforcements got there. There's Edric Houston again. He got hurt in spring camp, but avoided catastrophe, so he's good to see him out there. There's Matt Patricia. Second and 10. Come on, D, let's get off the field here. Get a sack. Watch out for Caleb on the edge there. And he's going down. Get him. Go. Arvell again. Damn, this dude Arvell Reese is a dog. Faked dropping in coverage and just ran in there after Arch Manning. Pride of Cleveland Glenville. 4th and 11. Punts away. Counting at the 2. Niblet downs it. Okay. See, refs are already on there with BS. Ah. Oh. See if Ohio State can add to it. Matt Patricia, man, he can be a mad genius when he can get in his bag. State is winning, or they were. I don't know if they still are. It just feels so good to have college football back on the TV, though. God, it feels good. It feels so free. Ay, ay, ay. Ohio State's going to have to go, what, 99-ish yards down the field on this drive. Let's see what they do. Oh, there's the Jack Sawyer scoop and score. Jack Sawyer, obviously in the house, as are a lot of the players from last year's team. Will Howard, you know, most of the other JT, of course, is there too. All right, at their own like 2 yard line, and he'll run to the 5. That'll give them some more real estate out of their own end zone. There's JT on the sideline chatting with Arvell. JT giving him some tips how to be a beast as a pass rusher. All right, 2nd and 7, under center. Hands it off. Gets another 4 or 5. 3rd down. Can these guys like run around the edges, or are they just not doing that? They're just trying to smash you in the face. 3rd and 3. I'm waiting for a freaking play action pass to a wide open receiver somewhere. 3. Under center. Play action. It's Carnell Tate along the sideline. Saying with a dot to Carnell. Wow. He's putting it on the money, I tell you that much. Yeah. 1st down. Boom. Boom. Yeah. 1st down. A little comeback route. 1st down. Shotgun. Hands it off. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Still 10. About 25 to go in the half. And again, the Buckeyes get the ball to start the 2nd half, too. Play action. I don't know what that was. There was a lot of pressure. Down. Let me guess, they're going to run it up the middle again. All right, 3rd and 10, 2:12 to go. We're 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Watch out for Jeremiah or something here. Shotgun back to pass. There's a dot caught, but he's about 4 or so yards short. That's Jeremiah again with the catch. 2-minute warning. Like I said, people are talking about the D line. Larry Johnson's recruiting has taken a dip, but his coaching is still top notch. He's a damn good developer. People are just mad because we can't seem to land a 5-star. But when we land these 3s and 4-stars, they always turn out to be studs for the most part. I mean, have we had anybody on the level of Bosa or the Bosa brothers or Chase Young? Not really. That's kind of a bummer. Eventually, I think they'll get it going again. Now, if NIL wasn't a thing, it'd be interesting to see what our recruiting class would look like. Probably what it always looked like. We'd get like 4 or 5 5 stars. We'd be running everything in terms of receiver recruiting. But now it's like a lot of these kids, they want a little bit of money to go with it. These kids aren't really all just looking straight up for development. It's about who can pay me more. Honestly, my pitch would be a little bit of money here, but man, we get you to the league. This would be chump change to what you could get in there. I mean, you see the things these kids be getting with this money? Kids wearing like thick ass gold chains and they driving like Lambos and expensive ass cars and stuff. It's like, damn. All the college players that played before NIL are like, man, wish we could have had that. Yeah, everyone does. So, see what the Buckeyes do here on 3rd down. All right, 3rd down. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 4th down. I thought it was 3rd down. No, it's 4th and 5. That's right. Duh. And it'll go punt out of bounds. Not a great punt. And the Longhorns will get the ball back. Who was the last preseason Heisman favorite to win the award? No idea. I have no clue. It was Matt Leinart in 2004. And there he is, after winning the award. Wow. All right, shotgun for Manning. 2 tight ends motion up top. Manning in the gun, back to pass. Throws, and it's incomplete. Overshot his receiver. Man, you got to be careful when you do that overshotting thing, because you overthrow your receiver like that, it gets tipped. There could be a corner waiting right there just to go yoink and then take it to the house. And Matthews was right there, too. Luckily for Manning, no, the ball kind of just was already low to the ground and it didn't get any air. 2nd and 10. And you'll get about 2. Minute 44 to go here in the half. All right, 3rd and 8. Like a bow in the bottom there. Here comes Dickinson. Oh, watch out. Low key hold a pitch. Gets a few extra yards. Okay, it's 4th down still, but gets a few extra yards. They're going to actually go for it again here. This would be the third time they've gone for it on fourth down today. They're 1-1, so 1 for 2 so far. Both teams are 1 for 2, actually. And they call timeout. 4th and 2. Ohio State calls timeout. So they have one more remaining. Oh, okay. We somehow stop them here. That'd be massive. But yeah, you could tell the game plans were to ease in their quarterbacks because we have two quarterbacks technically making their first legit start. For Simeon, it's overall his first start. But for Arch, he has started a couple games before, but I'm pretty sure they were at home. Yeah. All right, 4th and 3. Might get a stop here. Shotgun for Manning. And now we have a whistle. Timeout. Texas. Next week, Ohio State faces Grambling State. I believe it'll be a 3:30 game. I'll be live, of course. Even though it is Grambling, but I'll be live. We'll have fun. If what I expect to happen happens in that game, I'll probably be spending most of the game just chilling with y'all. Of course, that'd be a chance to possibly see some of the backups because Grambling, bro, come on. Come on. 43 seconds to go here in the first half. I'm going to punt it away. Okay. Yeah, they decided, yeah, we're just going to punt it. It'll take a Texas roll, and Buckeyes will take over. I don't expect them to do much on this drive. Maybe run a play or something and then take a knee and go in for the half. 5 seconds to go. Honestly, they might just take a knee right here or just run a quick play and go in for the half. This is pretty much a chess match. Yeah. Neither coach really wants to put a lot on their quarterback's plate, so relying on the run, short stuff. Now, they did take a shot deep on their last drive for Texas, but Jermaine Matthews was right there, and he damn near could have picked it off. There's JT talking with some of the other guys there. Oh, it's Travion. I didn't see that because of the back of his head. That's Travion. Yep, they're just going to take a knee and go in for the half. Oh, run a QB sneak. Oh my God, it's the Joe Judge in the freaking building. Now they're just going to let the clock wind down. And we're going in for halftime. 7-0 Buckeyes. I know people are like, oh, this is boring. But like I said, you're not going to see these, Sarkisian and Day are not going to throw their quarterbacks, having them unleash it. But we'll see how the game plan changes in the second half. The Heartline has been spamming halfback dive almost the entire game. Oh, that's funny. All right, so real quick, we're going to go over the stats for the first half. See how the game plans change. All right. Oh, Retzlaff starting for Tulane in their opener today. Wow. Wow. 24-7 Tennessee, by the way. We'll go over some of the other scores from around the nation here after I'm done with the stats for the first half. There we go. All right. Let me just do that. Sure. So for the Longhorns, Arch Manning, 5 of 10 for 26 yards. That's it. On the ground, CJ Baxter, 7 for 26. Wisner, 4 for 14. Manning, 5 for 13. Through the air, Baxter, 3 receptions, 16 yards. Wingo and Endries have 1 catch apiece for 7 and 3 yards apiece. Defensively, no sacks or anything. And then on the other side, for Julian Sayin, he's 6 of 11 for 53 yards. On the ground, Donaldson, 10 for 31 and a touchdown. Peoples, 8 for 18. And then through the air, Smith, 3 for 27. Claire, 1 for 11. Tate, 1 for 9. Christian, 1 for 6. And then 1 sack from Arvel Reese. And that is it. That's all. Now let's take a look at the scores from around the nation. Starting off with the FBS division. What's up, Quandale? Says good game. Yeah, it's a fantastic game so far. Exactly what I expected. Starting off with the top 25, you have, of course, Ohio State leads Texas 7-0. Tennessee leads Syracuse 24-7. That's it. That's all we have from the top 25. And then in the overall FBS, Mississippi State leads Southern Miss 13-10 at halftime. Okay. And then 26-7 Maryland over FAU, Florida Atlantic. They're late in the first half. Purdue beating Ball State 21-0. Wow. That's crazy, man. Northwestern losing 20-3 to Jake Rutzloff and Tulane. That's tough. Pitt up 34-6 over Duquesne. Navy all over VMI 28-0. And then Merrimack losing to Kent State 7-3 at halftime. What the heck is this score? Kentucky just got a safety. Yeah. Toledo just got points on a safety. 7-2 Kentucky over Toledo. And that's it for the early slate of games. And now let's take a little peek at the FCS subdivision. And again, there's not really many games going on. North Dakota State up 17-10 over or 17-0 over the Citadel. Lehigh and Richmond tied at 7, third quarter. And Tennessee Tech leading something called Cumberland, Tennessee, 14-0. Georgetown over Davidson, 14-7. And that's it. Okay, let's take a look at all these like seemingly made up schools in the FCS. Boston College Fordham, Robert Morris, West Virginia, of course, William and Mary and Furman, okay, Butler, Northern Iowa, Virginia Lynchburg versus Valparaiso, Stonehill versus Sacred Heart, Eastern Kentucky versus Louisville, Chadron State versus Northern Colorado, Hampton and Jackson State. That's on HBCU Go for anyone who cares about that stuff. South Dakota and Iowa State on Fox at 3:30. Bucknell, Air Force, Holy Cross, Northern Illinois, Montana State, Oregon, of course, Maine, Liberty, Howard, FAU, or FA&M, FAMU, Howard and Florida A&M. Alabama A&M versus Arkansas, Chattanooga, Memphis, North Carolina AT versus Tennessee State, Southern Miss Valley State, Murray State, East Tennessee State. Yeah, there's a lot of it. Oklahoma and Illinois State. Damn, that's crazy. UAlbany versus Iowa, Weber State, James Madison, Gardner Webb versus Western Carolina, North Carolina Central, New Hampshire, Wofford, South Carolina State, Presbyterian, Mercer, Allen, 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 Morehead State. Oh my God, look at this. Weber International. That's clearly a real university versus Stetson. Long Island, Florida, North Dakota, Kansas State, Charleston, Southern Vandy, Austin P, Middle Tennessee. Okay. Morgan State, South Alabama, Nichols versus Troy, Sacramento State versus South Dakota State, Incarnate Word versus Eastern Washington, Louisiana Christian University versus McNeese, Thomas More College versus Southern Illinois. Next week's opponent for Ohio State, Grambling versus Langston, Arkansas Pine Bluff against Texas Tech, Southeast Louisiana versus Louisiana Tech, Portland State and BYU, Lamar, North Texas, Cal Poly and San Diego, Prairie View A&M, Texas Southern. How about this one? Sul Ross State versus the newcomers, UT Rio Grande Valley. Look up those two. Sul Ross State. Where the hell is that at? Sounds like a university that's like in the middle of nowhere. Alpine, Texas. They're called the Lobos. Wow, so New Mexico is not the only Lobo in college sports. Interesting. And their colors are gray and scarlet. Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting. What's their team developed anyway? Facing UT Rio Grande Valley. Okay, so they do not compete in the Division One level. They are in the process of moving from Division 3 to 2 and began competing in the Lone Star Conference in 24-25, entering a provisional period for full Division 2 membership. So they're not even FCS, they're Division 2. UT Rio Grande. I know that's a newer one. Rio Grande Valley. Wonder when they were developed. They haven't been around that long. Yeah. They will begin play at that level, okay, FCS in 2025. So this year. They were on an exhibition schedule last year. Awesome. Another UT school. Joining San Antonio and a few others as well. They'll be in the Southland Conference starting this year. Interesting. So, Idaho State, Southern Utah, East Texas A&M versus SMU, Bryant and New Mexico State. I talked about a lot of these already. UC Davis and Utah Tech at 10 o'clock p.m. You are a bona fide sicko if you watch any of these games as well. You know what I'm waiting for, though? I'm waiting for that absolute, like, as I said, bona fide football sicko to make a basement, right? Get a basement in their house and just get TVs along the entire wall, all four corners, just TVs. Well, actually, no, not even a TV. One ginormous screen, but it's like bracketed off in like little mini screens, kind of like what you'd see like in a security center. Just walk into dude's freaking basement, massive ass theater sized TV. It's like, damn, we're not even that, just a theater, bro. I just thought of something crazy. How long until some maniac buys a old, let's say, movie theater, right? Just buys an old theater. It's like it's abandoned. It's like, it closed down. So the person buys it, turns it into like a college football freaking like, oh man, that would be crazy. Just headquarters kind of thing, right? In each room, you have a game. I probably just gave some freaking psychopath a freaking idea. Uh, that that would be something. Would be something. All right, let's take a look at these other games now. Okay, what was I going to look at? I was going to look at something else, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I was going to look at something else, but I completely just lost track. Oh well. Joey Aguilar, 8 of 16, 163 yards and a touchdown for Tennessee. Who's quarterback for Syracuse? Huh. I'm curious. It is. Oh yeah, we have a battle of transfer quarterbacks. And Jelly, the former Notre Dame quarterback, versus Aguilar, the former UCLA quarterback. UCLA or App State or whatever. I don't. Who cares? Well, it's 24-13 Volunteers now. Battle of Orange. Oh wow. Yeah, it's Florida Atlantic. Purdue. New coach was a Barry Odom. Purdue fans are like, this is what competent football looks like. It's against Ball State, so I mean, hey, they'll take anything they can get. Jake Retzloff with Tulane. Damn. Do you know what's funny about Jake Retzloff? Not, I don't know if it's really funny. Football fans, and I think social media. Of course, Jake Retzloff played for BYU, and for those who didn't know, he's Jewish. So, of course, they were calling BYU BY Jew. And now, with Jake Retzloff playing for Tulane, some people have started calling Tulane Jewlane. Okay. All right. Uh huh. Of course. The sickos on college football Twitter are just maniac. I don't even know. It's the things they come up with. Wow, okay. It's Tennessee looking in their first game without Dylan Sampson. Star Thomas is their leading back. Peyton Lewis and Joey Aguilar. And then Deshaun Bishop. So not really much there. Braylon Staley has 2 receptions, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Brazel, 3 for 34. Mike Matthews, 1 for 13. In case you didn't hear, Tennessee actually flipped Tristan Keys from LSU. Yeah. I believe they have like a 5-star quarterback for next year, too. And was it Faison Brandon or Brandon Faison? Something like that. So they got him a nice weapon. Must be nice, right? I mean, imagine what Ohio State would be looking like with wannabe Timu Mahomes, and freaking Jeremiah. To be fair, I was sad when I heard Dylan Raiola flipped, but just seeing him at Nebraska, he's literally just leaning all the way in to the Timu Mahomes gimmick thing that he's been doing. He's, I mean, I get it. You looked up to Pat, as you started playing football, and he's like your idol. But yeah, bro, you're like these Michael Jackson impersonators. Like you're all the way into it. Doing, he was seen at the game a few days ago doing the hand signals. Like, and then they showed Mahomes on the sideline. I talked about this briefly before. Mahomes was on the sideline as the game was about to start. Teams were coming out. He saw Viola doing what Mahomes would usually do, coming out, waving his hand like, let's go, being like Mahomes. And this student's looking over like, is this dude serious? Bet you Travis Kelsey was in that suite thinking, Pat, this look like you a lot, like a scary amount, to the point where if he bought your jersey, he could get away with being you. Think about that. He looks exactly like him. He's literally trying to like copy him. Hairstyle, the walk, everything. Some people have even said, if his girlfriend looks like Britney, oh, that's too far. I don't even know if he has a girlfriend right now, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, I need a girlfriend that looks like Britney. That's just it's too far. That's way too far for that dude, man. It's one thing that, look up to him. It's my idol growing up, playing football and everything. Looked up to him, idolize him. That's cool. But you're literally trying to be like him. Like, damn. Like, come on. All right. So, yeah, we should be back to action here pretty soon. Our state gets the ball to start the second half. Can't wait for Brian Hartline to spam halfback dive again and again and again and again. He loves halfback dive, which is funny because I actually thought, oh, with Brian Hartline as the OC, I thought he'd be trying to feature his guys, get his guys going. I bet you he would do that if we had a veteran quarterback, but this dude's only making his first ever start, so him doing what he's doing, as long as it works. We'll see how the strategies change and everything going in the second half. See how these teams attack each other. Because both teams were just kind of playing it easy in the first half, getting these quarterbacks, I guess, kind of used to it. Difference though, of course, Arch has actually played in a few games. Like he started legit a few games. I think 3 last year when Quinn Ewers was hurt. The only action I think Julian really got was in mop up duty. It's that. And you know how Ryan Day does it in mop up duty. The quarterback never does anything in mop up duty. It just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run, 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 run. So here's Arch Manning. You see coming off the field as Ohio State will get the ball to start the second half. See what the offense looks like. Arvell Reese, 1 sack, 4 solo tackles, and a tackle for loss. 103 total yards, 50 rush, 2 for 6 on third down, 1 for 2 on fourth down. No penalties so far for Ohio State. Very clean first half. Now it's time to see what the second half looks like. Line play calling been way too predictable. I mean, Buckeye fans want to see him, throw it, toss it deep, but against a good Texas secondary, I don't know if he wants to, do any stuff like that because you don't really want your quarterback sitting in the pocket against a pass rush of like Colin Simmons and that. So we're ready for the start of the second half. And the kick's away from the lefty. Fair catch. And we're going to see Julian Sand come out for the second half. Of course, he got Brandon Innes back there fair catching. Felt weird seeing Caleb Downs actually return punts last year because he actually returned them. Innes mainly just fair catches. So let's see what kind of strategy they come up with on this drive. See how they attack. See if they maybe try to maybe let Julian let it rip a little bit. They're just going to continue spamming halfback dive up the middle. Shotgun for saying. Snap. Play action. Pass is caught to the 30-ish yard, 31-ish. See what they give him. Quick pass. Okay. He only had 1 catch for 3 yards in that first matchup last year. Four catches, 33 yards so far today. Shotgun. Hands it off for nothing. All right. Minute of the third quarter has passed. 3rd and 4. See what Ohio State draws up here to try to keep this drive going. Shotgun. Back to pass. Batted away. Trying to go to Jeremiah. That's Muhammad. Damn. Kind of grabbing him a little bit, but I guess you can grab it when you're Texas. Grabbing like crazy. All right, here's the punt. Punt. It'll take a roll, and he's going to take it. And you'll get really nothing on the return. And here's Texas now again. Heartline just loves the comebacker, man. I mean, like, send these dudes deep. I want to see them run one time. I get it because you don't want, again, Sayin being out there against a pass rush, but come on. What we really need is a turnover right here. See Kenyatta Jackson. Looks like we got, what is this, 5 guys kind of lurking up front? What's 4? Okay. There's Caleb Downs. They'll get about You got a pretty good run on that one. It's probably a 2nd and 3-ish. 4. I say ish because I don't know. It's very tough to tell where they are on the field sometimes. Shotgun for Manning. Another run. First down. First and 10. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, they're going to say it's a catch, but he lost a few yards. Again, in the NCAA, you fall down, you can't get back up. So that's a loss. 2nd down. I need one of our guys to either get a batted ball or something, and it was a loss of 3. Back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Come on, man. Bring him down. What the heck, man? God. Letting freaking Manning run around like that? Of course. Jackson's got trying to go for the ankle tackle, and he missed. Our freaking edge rushers are always so damn slow when it comes to chasing down quarterbacks. 1st and 10. They run like they have lead in their feet. Second down. Trisha, tell these guys to freaking grow a pair and actually stop the run. Damn it. 2nd and 1. All they're doing is running the ball. Run the ball up and down the field. Ah. 1st and 10. It's about 4. Yeah, I don't know why they have an SEC crew ref in this game in a Big Ten stadium. It's like SEC officials. Back to pass. Holding. Nothing called. Oh, I hit. Damn. Styles? Dude gets held. Oh, ref's like, huh? What? What do you mean held? Huh? What? Huh? What? 3rd and 2. Breaks tackles. Now we're getting soft when it comes to tackling. Lovely. Cool. Awesome. Dude's literally getting held, and no. I mean, I know that they've had a couple penalties called on them, but damn, bro, like they're literally grabbing like crazy, and refs are just what? What do you mean? What penalty? Where? 7 runs on this drive for 50 yards. There's a pass near first down. Yeah, this defense not sleepy. What are they doing in the freaking locker room, huh? What exactly were they doing in the locker room? All of a sudden, they soft as hell. 2nd and 1. They're on that Jim Knowles type thing, let them get every yard and then play defense in the end zone. what's going to happen. There's going to be a wide open dude in the end zone. Happens all the time. If anything, it'll probably be like Arch Manning running it in. Because these dudes don't know, they forget how to tackle all of a sudden. They have a clear shot and they miss. And it's always a slow ass edge rusher chasing after Manning. Second down. Get marched on down the field because our offense decides to just spam garbage, halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive. But yeah, the refs should have called PI on that one pass, the comebacker, which they didn't. Second and goal. Stuffed him. Third down. Yeah, there's an injured Buckeye down there. Texas going with, they won't call us for PI in every play. Strategy with Jeremiah. But we definitely need a new punter or something because this dude can't punt for crap. Wow. Oh, Pinata Jackson's injured. Ugh, that sucks. He's all right though. Hard to say what it is exactly. Uh, FCC refs on that bull. They really got an SEC crew for this game. They couldn't go neutral with like a Big 12 crew or go Big 10. It's in a Big 10 stadium. You'd think Big 10 crew for a Big 10 stadium, right? No, they're bringing the SEC crew. And of course, these guys are blind. Again, if it was a Big 10 crew, they'd be calling targeting on half of the freaking hits. Ah, that's funny. If Iggy did that, the refs would treat it like a war crime. Yeah. Pretty much have his hand around the helmet area, grabbing him by the waist. Or it'd be a war crime. They would arrest him. Oh, come on, get a stop here. Shake him for Manning. Stuffed him. Stuff his ass. Like third and fourth runs. Like, come on, stuff his ass. He's about a yard short. Can you imagine a pick six right here? Now they're gonna go quarterback sneak. Right? Stuffed. Stuffed his ass. Yeah. Stuffed him again. Man, they try to QB sneak, and our guys just no, 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 no. Buckeyes will get it back probably on their own, like 1 or 2 yard line. So he walks off the field, huh? Well, at least he walked off the field. That's always a good sign, when he walks off. But that driver is just a lot of whiffing. See what they do here. Let's see freaking like one of our backs break it one time for a big run. Thought maybe like Kenyatta like maybe had the breath taken out of him or something or cramped up. I don't know. It's hard to say. They didn't really show what happened. Ohio State's first goal line stand of the year. Horns down. Eh. Hell yeah. They literally did the Jim Knowles special of get down, let them get down the field and then stuff their ass on 4th and 1. Let's see what they try to do on this drive. Guy's still up 7-0. The heck is this? Oh, Patriot Championships? He's like, what? Oh, I see. Tom Brady. Ah, Tom Brady. Giants Commanders. Yeah, beautiful day for football, I'll tell you that much. Uh, Goal line stands last year, they had a couple. First one against Oregon, then they had the one against Nebraska, then they had the one against Penn State, and now they have this one. Yeah, they just swallowed it up and eliminated any push that the O lineman had. They just laid down on the lineman. There's no push at all. They flattened the O lineman and there was no push. Touchdown percentage 45%. Third in the FBS. Go to go touchdown percentage. Even better. Like they were second. QB sneak it to get out of the end zone. About a yard or two. And this offense is going to be a little different, I think, with Hartline calling things. Chip Kelly would dip into his bag and pull out some crazy ass play. Ryan Hartline's just keeping it simple for the quarterback, which I like. My greedy ass just wants him to take one deep, but that's a tricky situation facing a good pass rush and a good secondary. But you have Jeremiah Smith, though. All right, 2nd and 9, got a yard. Under center again. Back to pass. Flag in the end zone. That's a safety. These bozos just holding the freaking end zone. Why are we passing in the end zone anyway? Yes. No safety. No safety because there was 2 fouls. There's the hold, and the hands to the face is right there, right next to him. Well, yeah, it actually happened in the same guy. Hands to the face and the hold on the same guy. He held because he got hands to the face. 2nd and 9 still. Hands it off, gets a yard. Dude, this dude Hartline just loves the halfback dive. He loves the halfback dive. It's weird because he's a receiver coach. You'd think he'd want to feature his receivers, but I can't trust our punter to even boom it either. Knowing our loser punter, he'll probably punt it, and it'd be like a 20-yard punt again. 5 minutes to go in the third. Shotgun for saying. Okay, that's a much better run. It'll be about 4th and 2-ish. 4th and 3. And they're going to punt it. Well, let's see if this punter can actually boot it a little bit. Wire to punt it away. Here's the punt. Ah, dude, this dude sucks at punting. Hey, McGuire, you're supposed to punt it a little further, bro. God, McGuire, how did you win the punting job? My God. You got their punter flipping the entire field, and this Uzo punter can't even get it past the 50. Holy crap, this punter low-key stinks. Ay, 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 man. At least get it to the 50 or around there. Uzo can barely even get it past the 50. It's that. Even get it past the 45. I'm not saying he has to punt it 90 yards. Just get it at least to the 50. This dude can seem like I don't even think he can punt it like 30 yards. How are you a punter and you can't punt? Not even putting it in Saiyans' hands at all. Oh, this is literally a chess match. Might be down 31-7 right now if Jim Knowles was still our DC. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm just mad because this offense just really hasn't done it right now. I like how they're running the ball, but I don't know, man. Probably get them around the edge or something. Maybe do a little trickery. You know, Chip Kelly would have broke out some crazy ass play. Some funky formation or something. Trickeration, misdirection. But now Arch Manning back out there. And there's a flag. Reese says it's on Texas. Of course. Holding. Offense. That'll back him up. That's not Campbell. Yeah, right there. The hold right there, McDonald. Think, right? Well, the guy next to him. He's in 15. Guess maybe the punt was right around the 50. Okay. Stumbles a little bit. God. Gets about two. Second down. I just need that ball to pop out one time. But this is literally a chess match right now. There's Caleb. Second and 12. Back to pass. Holy. Let's go. Matthews. Hell yeah. Walks in front of the pass and picks it off. Give me that. Walk right in front of him. First interception of the season for the Buckeye defense. Seems like McGuire's always kind of had just that sus leg strength. And had a good punter since Chrisman. No, not Chrisman. The dude that was just hut from Pittsburgh. We haven't had a Johnston. Chrisman was a, I think he was a lineman or something. Yeah. But yeah. So I'm thinking of Chrisman or whatever. I don't know. Well, he was a kicker, I think. I think he was a kicker or punter, but Drew Chrisman. Yeah, I think he was because he had a YouTube channel. He was the punter. We haven't had a good one since like Cam Johnston, really. Chrisman was good though. Oh baby alert! Oh my god! Now, let's turn this into points. Like I said, confuse this kid, man. This is the best team he's faced. I'm pretty sure. Confuse him. Make him think one thing's coming. You bluff him. You make him think one thing's coming, and then boom, something happens. There was also holding on the offense, but again, these refs ain't gonna call it. Now, let's see if Ohio State can take advantage of this. Damn, a trash can. Anderson windows and doors. Nice. September 7th, 1 p.m. Giants, Commanders, Bucks, Falcons, Bengals, Browns, Panthers, Jags on Fox. Niners, Seahawks, Titans, and Broncos at 4. There's a look at the band. You see the Texas band on the other side there. At their own 32-yard line. Under center for saying. Pass is caught for about 4 or 3 yards. It's a pretty good job of selling that fake, though. But they've been like bracketing and double covering. That's where you should be able to take advantage of that and get someone else open. Yeah, right there. Just take advantage of the open air, open space. 2nd and 7. He'll get about another 3. 8 targets, 4 receptions, 33 for Jeremiah. 6 targets, 4 receptions, 29 yards for the others. Haven't seen Ennis get a catch yet. But it's tough facing this kind of secondary with a first year quarterback, first start. It'd be different if we had a veteran like a Will Howard. Probably unleashing the hell on these guys, but you want to put a lot on this kid's plate against a good pass rush in the first game of the season. 4. Snap. Come on. First down. That's Smith near the 45. Whenever he catches it, you're just like, oh, what's he going to do? Because you know how he is. Get him a little bit of space. He could turn it into a big game, especially when you let him get up to speed. Just look at that freaking Western Michigan game last year. 1st and 10. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. On the play clock. Got a fly flying around on my screen here. Shotgun saying. That's Donaldson for about a gain of 9. Be about a year and a half or so short. 3 seconds to go. That's probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. Very low scoring as people expected. Defensive slugfest. 2 quarterbacks making their first starts against 2. Well, I mean, our defense is good, but the coordinator's new. See what they do on this play here. 3 on the clock. All right, that's it. 4th quarter coming up. 4 is up. 4th quarter coming up. Buckeyes up 7-0. This is like very anti-Ohio State. Matthews ran the route for that boy. I'm surprised we haven't seen like a pitch or anything, right? Get a touchdown in this drive. That'll really put it up against the Horns. Against our solid defense so far. We get a touchdown this drive. Oh boy. That makes things very interesting. Extremely interesting for sure. But yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I'll be back next week for Ohio State and Grambling State. I believe that's a 3:30 game. But yeah, 4's up. Believed to be the first live college game attended by Kevin Stefanski. Wow. As Brown's head coach. Put a damn touchdown on the board here, man. Any points would be fun, but a touchdown here would be huge. Of course, at the conclusion of this game, win or lose, I will have a recap video up on the Buckeye channel. Buckin' Crazy, of course. Yeah. Why did I name my channel Buckin' Crazy? You may be curious. Well, it's actually simple. I'm fucking crazy. Buckeyes, buckin', the buck part is Buckeyes, and crazy is me. It's not two people, it's just me. It's my Buckeye channel. Now, if you're wondering why I made a Buckeye channel, it's because I wanted to keep my main channel for all the professional sports college games on my channel, of course, because I have an established following and on this channel, and eventually, I think when the new channel hits like 500 subs, I might start streaming games over there. But for right now, I'll be doing them here. I'll let you guys know for sure when I make the switch. So far, only one touchdown by either team. That was in the second quarter by C.J. Donaldson, the newcomer out of first time shutout through 3 quarters since 2015. They lost 24-0 to Iowa State. Damn. Here we go. Fourth quarter starting up in Texas territory, going from right to left. Shotgun for Sayin, hands it off. First down. Philip Daniels starting at right tackle today. Transferred from, I believe, Minnesota. Minnesota! I think he was the first transfer we got in this class, too. Yeah. All right. 1st and 10. Donaldson in the backfield under center for Sayin. Hands it off. He'll rumble ahead for about, nice gain, about 5 or 6. Go formation. Oh, of course. Oh, that's our first penalty of the game, I think. No, second, because he had the offsetting ones. Too many players in the backfield. I think there was, 5? One of the all linemen must have lined up a little off or something. Of course, here we go. 1st and 15. See Kasmerick out there, number 89 at tight end. Snap. Hands it off again. Oh, and even same thing. Essentially had the same kind of run. 2nd down. This time off the left side. Smerrick and 77 blocking up front. opening up a pathway. Freaking flies flying around in here. 2nd and 7. Saying, ooh, he went up over the defender and made the catch. Oh yeah. Talk about Jeremiah. They don't talk about Carnell Tate. Goes up, caught it. Just looked like he double caught it. Watch this. Caught it. Slight bobble. Caught it again. Brings it in all the way. Never lost possession. 13-0 Buckeyes. Wow. Extra point is up and good. 14-0 Buckeyes. Hell yeah. Carnell Tate, he is people not gonna talk about him a lot because of Jeremiah. Yeah, he's good. Wait, did someone in the group chat I'm in say Cadillac Tate? No, he's not Cadillac Williams. I get what he's trying to say. He's, oh yeah, comparing him. All right. Wow. One thing, Julian Saint throws a mighty fine ball, man. That spiral's tight. Ooh. 14-0 Buckeyes. And that was all set up because of Jermaine Matthews getting the interception. Jumps the route, gets the pick. Don't take your foot off the pedal either. Don't ease up. No, you go out there and you shut them down again. Get the ball back and do it again. Horns down. See how the stuff on 4th down. And then Arch throws the pick. I mean, Matthews just walked in front of the receiver. And then Sayin responds with a touchdown to Tate. $14-0 Buckeyes. 13:08 to go in the 4th. Wow. They said that was the longest play of the game by either team. Here's the return. I'm actually shocked they're returning it. Do you know how big a risk it is to return the ball like that? That ball pops out. Oh, brother. And now Texas takes it over again. 11 of 17, 118 yards and a touchdown for Sayin. Arch really hasn't done much through the air at this point. 9 for 15 for 38 yards. They've been mainly running the ball. Now you're down 2 touchdowns. This is a chance for the pass rush to pin their ears back and get after this kid. I want to see us get another interception. That'd be great. Okay, a run for about 5, maybe 5.5. Yes. Kenyatta Jackson's out for the rest of the game. He is walking around. Hopefully, it's not a concussion or something. A run for about, they're going to say 3. 3rd and 1. 12:25 to go. Come on, chase it down, damn it. It's everybody. God. Everyone all overcommits to one side. Running back goes back the other way, and there's nobody there. God. Everyone's like all swarming on one side. Kind of reminds me of the Browns. They would do that a lot. 1st and 10. Dumps it off. These guys need to freaking tackle, man. My God. Every time I see them make a ankle tackle, I'm just waiting for the receiver to break out of it. 2nd and 5. You just really trust Lorenzo Styles, though. Shotgun. Pressure up the middle. Nice. Not much of a pass rush. Classic. Just giving this dude all the time in the world. Looks like they brought Styles on a blitz. He crashes into the running back. He doesn't even try to get by him. He just crashes into him. Now they're in Buckeye territory. Ooh, up again. Did he got it? Oh, another one. What the hell? I didn't even see what the. I think the ball was tipped. Sonny Styles with the pick. I think it was tipped in the air, and Sonny dove and made the catch. Block. Oh, baby, got it. I need to see this again. So let's see. It gets tipped in the air, swatted back by Matthews, and Styles. Wow. If that stands, I'm pretty sure it will. Damn, dude. Wow. That's crazy, man. But you know, these SEC refs, they're going to look at it and say, oh, it's incomplete. Nah, I think he caught it. He caught it with his elbows. I don't know if the rule pertains to college, but I know in the NFL, the ball can hit the ground as long as you have control. It's not bobbling or anything. Like if your hands are on it and it just touches the ground, you got it. But if it's like bobbling around, then yeah. If it seems like it's loose, but you know the refs are gonna bail him out. They're gonna bail him out and say that was an incomplete pass. You know they are. I'm gonna say that was incomplete. No, I'm gonna say it's a pick because that was awesome. Oh, the refs are going to bail him out. If anything, it was incomplete, but still. Refs are going to bail him out. Shoot me to the moon. Would have been an amazing pick if it doesn't stand.
Dressed with 661 pounds of toppings. Finally, serve on a plateau while not choosing.
Car, no, my dog. Sayan's worst throw of the day is his first touchdown. That's usually how it would go. They drop some good throws, and then that's a bad throw, and he still gets a touchdown. That stands. But you know how these refs are. They're going to bail him out and say it's an incomplete pass. I'm going to say it's incomplete. Watch. I swear. Yeah. Of course they called it incomplete. They bailed him out. Oh, the refs saving the day again. Because the tip of the ball hit the turf. So he might have had control, but guess that rule doesn't pertain to college. And there's Matthew McConaughey. Oh, look at me. I'm a cheerleader for the Texas Longhorns. So, of course, they get bailed out. 2nd and 10. Do it again. Snap. Running a reverse. Gets about 8. 3rd down. Oh. Got it. 1st down. Freaking refs. Bail them out. Classic. Oh, well. Oh, well. Thanks for Sonny, though. I thought he was going to get his first pick of the year. There'll be other chances. 1st and 10. These guys need to freaking learn how to shed their damn blocks and get in the backfield. God. All they do is push, push, push. So yeah, new D coordinator, but Larry's still telling him don't, hit him with the swim or the, try to get around him. Just push him into the backfield. Push, push, push. That's all they do is push, push, push. Don't run by them. 1st and 10. Goal. There you go. God. 2nd down. Oh yeah, maybe I should there we go. Yeah, they said it was incomplete, so 2nd and 6. Risner gets to the 10, but that's it. Down in about 4. 3rd or like 4 or 3 yards, right around there. Imagine we stop him on 4th down again. 3rd and 3. It's an interesting looking hairstyle and color. 73. Under center for Manning. Dropped. Fourth down. Obviously, you can't go for 3 here. You're going to need a pass to the end zone, most likely here. You can get a first down, but time is not on your side. 8 minutes to go. Fourth down. Defense has been just a brick wall all game. Need another fourth down stop. See if they can get it. Shotgun for Manning. Oh, timeout. I don't know who called timeout. They're not saying. Who called timeout? Graphic guy who called timeout. So Ohio State did. God, it takes them 3 hours to do it. Probably wondering the same thing I am. Who called the timeout? Ohio State did. They must have not liked the formation. All right. 4th and 3. I'm going to come back out here. Despite what you're hearing, that place is actually loud. 4th and 3. Shotgun from Manning. Snap. Complete. Over on downs once again. Igbinosin on the coverage. Best part is no grabbing. No grabbing by Igbinosin. Did he act? Does this mean he actually gets rid of the nickname I Grabison? Wow. Damn. Oh, man. It's hilarious. Arch Manning. Set hut. Arvel Reese jumps over. That's the video of the judge getting attacked by that dude. Was it last year? Set hut. Yeah. That's a good one. Wow. Okay. 14-0 Buckeyes here in the 4th. You can almost put it away here with a touchdown here. This defense is insane, man. Will Howard. Love that. Uh, All right, so Ohio State takes over again in their own territory. Not as deep as before. Well, let's see if they can manufacture a long drive here to put this game away. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. 14-0 with 7:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. There's a look at the COSI. I'm sorry, not COSI, COSM. Cleveland's actually getting one of those in a couple years. I think it's a couple years or whatever. Pretty soon. I think it'll be built right across the street from Rocket Arena. First and 10. Hey, motions inside. Hands it off, and he'll get a good about 4. Donaldson has the first touchdown of the year for the Buckeyes. And then Cornell Tate caught a nice looking dot from Sayin to add, making it 14-zip. Here we go. Lining up, shotgun. Man in motion. Snap. Play action. Oh, I thought it was a play action. Oh, there's Watson once for the first down. I was like, what's he doing? And his old lineman kind of established themselves up front, and then he started to really push. Gets the first down. Has good patience there. Keeps the drive going. They can essentially melt this clock. I'm getting eyed down by a cat right now. 10 for Julian. Shotgun. Hands it off again. And he'll get about 3. And there's a flag. Hold it. That's what happens when you run a lot. You hold. It's on Montgomery. I think his brother is going to be the quarterback at Georgia. At least that's where he's committed. First and 20 now. 6:13 to go. Come on, Julian. Just going to stand around. Bad snap. And Peoples is going to fight for about a yard. All that for a yard. Oh, he's pulling this stuff. He's got Stefanski ball. Stefanski ball. Just run, 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 run. Haven't really had any big ass runs. I think the biggest run we had was negated due to a damn penalty. Hey guys. Friendly cat. Meow meow. 2nd and 19. Dumps it off to Jeremiah. He'll get a few yards and that's it. Oh, now the cat is back. Ran under my bed. Oh well. As long as it doesn't tear anything apart under there. 4:47 to go. 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. What's up, Eric? I think the Buckeyes are just melting this clock down. But they got to get a first down here to keep this going. Shotgun, snap, hands it off. He'll get just shy of the 20. Now it's time for our noodle-legged punter to come out and only punt it like 15 yards. Texas calls timeout. Yeah. Getting to the point now where, oh, I'm going to do this one right up here. There we go. Getting to the point now where a clock is becoming a factor. You have 4 minutes to go down the field against a defense that has been rock solid all game. They've stuffed you like 3 times on fourth down, and they got a pick against you, which they turned into another touchdown. Matt Patricia's looking solid so far. Defense is up to the task. I need this freaking noodle leg punter to freaking boot it one time. Put all your energy in this freaking punt and flip the damn field a little bit. And I need these damn runners to get down the field too. Fourth and 10. Here's the punt. Almost got blocked. It's a shorter punt. It's to their own 40. This is the worst punt. Clearly he's got noodle leg. Hope he didn't hurt himself. The hell? Hope he didn't hurt himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, somehow. All right, so Texas takes over with 2 timeouts. Each team has 2 timeouts at their own 40-yard line. At their own 40. Shotgun for Manning. There's a flag. No timeout, Ohio State. They called timeout just before the play got off. That's why no one really moved. Okay. I think there's a cat under my freaking. Oh. So yeah, we have 1 timeout. They have 2. 4:10 to go here in the game. Still first and 10. Patricia, the DC of the Buckeyes. What the hell is that cat doing under my bed? Wow. He's over there like, sounds like they're having a wrestling match under there. Okay. First and 10. Back to pass. There's a catch for a first down just shy of the 30 to Wingo. I just like how all of a sudden we're not getting any pressure. Yep. Classic. No swim moves, no spin, just push, push, push. That must be the only move that Larry Johnson teaches these guys during camp. Push, push, push. Spin moves, swim moves, Oh, incomplete. 3:35 to go. A lot of nervous Texas fans on hand. 5. Come on, get another stop here. And they moved. Baker again. False start. Backs him up. There is a cat under my bed, and he is like having a rumble under there or something. My God. All I hear is God. Huh. That's their sixth penalty. Ohio State only has two. Back to pass. On the edge. Throws it deep. And he caught it. That's Parker Livingstone. Well, Brian, maybe you shouldn't go super, super, super conservative now, huh? I got coverage on with Matthews. Dude, Matthews was right there, too. Again, it'd be great if we could get an actual pass rush. I don't think these guys have really been able to actually manufacture a pass rush without blitzing in a while. They just don't teach pass rush moves, I guess. It's all pushing and power. Don't spin, swim move. A jab and a stab. No, just wait. I'm gonna say that's a catch. They're gonna say that's a catch. It's the perfect throw. I mean, Matthews was right there. If that ball was any more off, Matthews picks it off or it's batted away. Someone says that was OPI. Could have been. Really would love to see us get a pass rush though. All they do is push. They take the S and the R in rush and just push. They call this incomplete. I'd be shocked. I'm gonna be mad. That was just a damn good throw. I mean, Matthews is right there. That throws any more off. Matthews probably bats it away. They really wanted to be petty about it. They could have called that OPI, but they're not going to. Yeah. The SEC crew is going to, hold that one up. They can't have their darlings get shut out in their first game. Because the last thing they need to do is call that a drop and then have our defense stop them again on fourth down. Snap, up and good. 14-7 Buckeyes. Okay, so Brian Hartline, how about we open up the playbook a little bit instead of spamming freaking halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive. Defense is still a beast though. It would just be nice if we had an actual legit pass rush. think they go deep into the freaking depth chart, really. Doesn't seem like they do. It seems like it's only like 8 guys that play, 4 on each side. You'll see like 2 edge rushers out there every once in a while, like 4 edges rotating. They don't really go deep, deep. Oh well. 328. And shutting out Texas would have been hilarious. Here's fair catch. And now Ohio State takes over. "109 yards in the second half for 210 total." Yep. Kelly left his duffel bag of plays back, back with the Buckeyes. Really, but you know what I'm saying, right? The creativity. Under center for Sayin. Hands it off. Shocker. Gets about a yard. Dude, stop power run, bro. It doesn't work. Someone needs to check Brian's playbook. It seems like it's all halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive. Play action, rollouts or anything. Just 2:54 to go. I think this is more about just eating clock and more forcing Texas to use their timeouts. Back to pass. Sayan rolls to his right. Throws it at the ground. Dude, my God. Creativity. It's so vanilla. Super vanilla. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, run, pass. Team's pissing me off like the damn Browns. The Buckeyes should not be pissing me off with play calling. There's 2:39 to go. We're 3 for 10 on third down. Here comes another halfback dive, because that's what they love to do. Back to pass. Caught. Few yards. That's it. Classic. 3 and out. Could have really used a good drive, but Brian Hartline's, for some reason, keeping it simple. I mean, I don't mind, but take some shots. You have the best receiving core in the freaking nation, right? Show us. Run, 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 run. A receiver coach not showcasing his receivers. Interesting. And they use the timeout, so they have 1 remaining. Well, we're going to need Matt Patricia's unit to put this away, it looks like. This offense, dude. Pretty weird how, going from Chip Kelly, who was very, he wasn't vanilla at all, actually. Chip Kelly was, what would you say, he had a very, like, Neapolitan. Very mixed bag. Okay, gets a Buckeye roll to the 15. Look at my noodle leg. And Texas takes over. If we end up losing this game somehow, Ryan Hartline in his vanilla playbook. of halfback run, halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive. No trickeration, nothing to get the guys to hesitate. No, no pitches or sweeps. Just dive, 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 dive. Sound like a submariner. Dive, dive, dive. Well, Matt, this is why we pay you. 2:26 to go. Shotgun. Ford throws his man trying to go to Wingo. Coverage by Devin Sanchez, the freshman. I see number 6, and the first thing I think of is Sonny, but that's Devin Sanchez. 2nd and 10. Pass rushers, this would be a great time to get to the quarterback. Maybe hit his hand and watch the ball go straight up. This game away did like you did the Cotton Bowl. Okay, yep. 2:10 and counting. First down, Texas. Be great if we could get a pass rush. Lorenzo Styles just gets hit. 2-minute warning. Oh, brother. This freaking offense, dude. Someone needs to check on Brian Hartline because, buddy, this is not Ohio State. This offense from Ohio State was very vanilla. It's literally just halfback dive. All halfback dive. That must be his favorite play call. Halfback dive, halfback dive. Of course, they're going to stress us out. Can't put a game away. I mean, sounds like the damn Browns, right? Can't put a game away. The Guardians. Yeah, the Guardians. Sound like the damn Guardians. Can't put a damn game away. No, got to leave the door cracked open just a little bit. No pass rush either. All they do is push, push, push. You have to bring in extra guys just to get a pass rush. They have 2 minutes and 1 timeout. The defense to put an end to this game. Oh, come on, defense. Let's get a stop here. What a turnover. Oh, that'd be huge, especially now. This is what I would call the point of no return. Down by a touchdown. Need the pass rush to get after this guy. And how about you actually tackle too? CJ Hicks on the tackle. Third down. As you can imagine, this is 4 down territory. At 38 to go. Come on, defense. Get me a damn stop or turnover or something here. A sack would be like a double whammy. Have to use the last timeout, and it's fourth down. Oh, he's trying to be fancy with the one-handed catch. And it bounced off his hand, and it's incomplete. 4th and 5. This is obviously the game. You don't get it here. It's game. And Ohio State has stopped these guys, what now, 3 or 4 times on fourth down today. 4th and 5, they're 1 for 4. Shotgun for Arch. Back to pass. Pressure coming. It's not going to be close. He wasn't close. Pressure coming off the edge. I think it was Downs who finished the tackle. I think Ohio State's going to come away with a win here. Great pressure. I think that was Hicks coming off the edge. Unevaded. Or whatever it is, I mean, nobody was in his way. He got right to Arch. Another stop on fourth down. Reese that came. No, it was Hicks. CJ Hicks unblocked. Probably could have sacked him, but and they're just going to take a knee here, I think. Yeah. That's tough for Arch, man. Sheesh. Horns down. Horns down. What's that? Horns down? Yes. Horns down. How about that? CJ Donaldson and Carnell Tate were the key factors in this game. The defense, though. Whoo-wee. Was that 1 for 5 on fourth down? That's why they paid him. That's why they brought in Matt Patricia. That's tough. Wow, that's lit. Just a classic slugger brawl. This goes down. Put down. Okay. Yeah, don't snap it again until like don't snap it again until about 30 seconds or so. Because it's only third down. All right. All right. 34 seconds to go, and that's going to do it. Ohio State is going to take down the Texas Longhorns again. And they will once again begin the 2025 season 1-0. Ohio State defeats Texas 14-7 in what was essentially a chess match. Honestly, it should have been 14-0 if you really think about it. They were shut out most of the game. That one touchdown pass could have been reversed to an incompletion. So the Buckeyes get the massive win at home to start the season. And now they'll face Grambling State and then Ohio the next 2 weeks before they get into conference play with Washington on the road after a bye week. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. And shout out to everybody who came through. What's with the play it safe? I don't know, Paramshot. I get it, quarterback making his first start, be careful. Don't let him, do anything stupid that costs the team. If you're gonna do that, like, get everyone involved. All we saw was halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive, halfback dive. But I'll tell you one thing: when Julian did throw it, he was throwing dots. It sucks we didn't get Max Clare involved more. Next week should be fun against HBCU team. That'll be the game where we see everybody get involved, pretty much. But yeah, with that being said, was it Kenyatta I just saw running back, running off? So I think he must have just had a concussion symptoms or something. I think. Hard to say. But with that being said, guys, I'll have my recap video out on the Buckeye channel. Fucking crazy. In fact, while I'm out here talking, let's pull up that channel. And I will put the link in the description, in the chat here, for anybody who wants to subscribe. I'm almost at 200 subs over there. People really said Texas. Arch Manning lost to Julian. Super Saiyan. Ooh. Next week, I want to see him let it rip against Grambling. I mean, at least they didn't have him. They didn't like put him in a situation where he could cost us the game. All right, let's put the chat. Let's put the link to my channel in the chat here. Okay. There we go. Link to my Buckeye channel. So with that being said, shout out to GameCube Fox and Quandale, Eric, Paramjot, Texas Terry, Lore, Duck's House, Scott Skogberg, Michael, Lore, Jacob, and Trent. Yeah, shout out to everybody in Tribe. With that being said, I'll see you all next week. Do a Guardians game or two this week too. But yeah, next Buckeye stream will be next Saturday against Grambling State. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Bucks. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go Bucks. Hell yeah, what a win.